This podcast is being recorded and produced on Gadigal land.
We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of this country and elders past, present.
We extend our respect to any First Nations, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people joining us today.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
I'm Brittney Saunders.
And I'm alright, hey, and this is Hi Scrollers, the podcast version of your favourite group chat.
If it's trending, going viral or has you gripped, we're talking about it.
Coming up on this episode...
The internet is divided surrounding the price of a mug. And we weigh in. Whose side are we on?
And big changes to TikTok this week. But Brittney and I are actually really happy about it, and we get to tell you why.
Plus, I think I've seen the best thing I've ever seen on the internet this week.
And I saw it like 15 years ago. So Brittney has shocked me with this revelation this week. I'm actually kind of disappointed in her.
Well, I think the people will disagree and they'll think it's really cool too.
All right then, we'll see how that goes. Deal me in, doll. Let's go.
Matt.
Yeah.
I've got a gift for you.
A gift?
Yes.
You bought me a present?
Well, I bought it for myself.
Oh, okay. And you didn't like it, so you're handing it off to me.
Yeah, it's like hand-me-downs.
Great. In this economy, I'll take anything, Joe. Come on. What do you got? I'll
and
sell
it reminded me of you as well. Okay, so I love perfume.
Yeah.
And so I always love a certain type of perfume. And anyway, I've worked out that the smell that I like in all fragrances, I'm always looking for that like expensive, rich woman kind of smell.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Do you reckon it's musk?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's jasmine.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So I've realised that any perfume that I really love, that it's always got a jasmine smell in there, as well as, and I don't know how to say this, but it's like YLANG, like ylang ylang. Is that how you say that fragrance?
I don't know.
Which is like similar to jasmine. It's like a floral, but like vanilla creamy.
Yeah.
Anyway, since discovering that, I went online and I literally looked up jasmine and ylang ylang. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I think that's how you say that.
Yeah.
I was looking for a perfume that was those two combined, but I couldn't find one. But I did find just a straight up ylang ylang. I'm probably saying that wrong. A perfume. And it was from the Body Shop.
Yeah.
And I know you used to work at the Body Shop, didn't you?
Yeah, love the Body Shop.
How long did you work there?
I can't remember. It wasn't actually too long, but I started as Christmas casual, and then I think I did a little bit more after that, and then life took me to a perfume store, funnily enough, I'm pretty sure. So, because the Body Shop was just casual, and I think the perfume store was like part-time or full-time.
Oh, nice. Well, anyway, I purchased from the Body Shop. Mm-hmm. It's called Full Ylang Ylang.
Okay.
I hope I'm saying that right.
You're probably not.
I'm going to get roasted. Thinking, yes, this is going to be right up my alley. I'm just smelling it now. Let me smell it. It doesn't smell anything like what I thought it would. Like I was just picturing this jasmine kind of smell. Anyway, to me, it smells like a cologne.
Oh, okay. Well, hand it over then. I'm always ready for new perfume, but I'll give you my opinion.
It's kind of...
I'll tell you if I like it.
I kind of like it, but it's just not what I expected. I thought it smelled more like a men's cologne, so I thought maybe you would like it.
I just go all in.
And it's very strong, so do like one spray.
I'm going to spray it on my arm. We'll let it sit for a second. Here we go.
It's like very alcohol-y almost at the start, but then when it settles down, I was like, this is a men's cologne, I swear.
I mean, I don't love it.
Okay, well, fine. We'll give it...
It's giving sunscreen.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. I'm smelling... Is there coconut in there too?
I don't know. Let it settle and let's smell it at the end. But anyway, it's yours if you want it. It just wasn't what I was expecting.
I'll take it because, it's not about it being a perfume. It could be a toilet spray for all I care. Like, you can utilise things in different ways.
Then you can think of me after you've done a shit.
Please. Please.
Anyway, that's my gift to you today.
Well, thank you. I always appreciate a gift.
I'll bring something new next week.
You what?
I'll bring something new next week.
Oh, okay. Well, stay tuned, scrollers. We also have an update on a couple things that we've spoken about on the podcast. It's all coming full circle. So this past week, our scrollers have gone wild in the DMs because we've got two updates for you. So first of all, an update on Sarah Lee. Remember we spoke about Sarah Lee going into like administration?
Yep.
We thought they might have been up shit creek without a paddle, so to speak, and we were never going to see Sarah Lee in our stores again.
Well,
Sarah Lee's been saved apparently.
what exactly happened though?
I think someone bought Sarah Lee out and was like, we'll run it properly, doll. Hand over the reins and we'll do it and everything will stay the same, but we'll bring it back to life.
Plot twist.
Yep, plot twist.
It was us. It was me and you.
Well, it was you,
We put
doll.
together our savings and bought Sarah Lee because we really wanted
We put together our savings. I gave Britt $26.50 and she did the damn thing. Our second update for you is last week on the podcast we spoke about the ballistic missile that went on in Hawaii. This was a really big conversation on social media.
You got DMs and I got different DMs as well. We were getting the inside scoop from all angles.
We had lots of people take part in this and research what happened and look, as we said last week, like a lot of the stuff we said, I was like, I'm not sure if any of this is true. This is just what I've heard. And so a lot of people have debunked a lot of the things that I said. Like apparently there was a lot of mainstream media coverage. Apparently there was. I got some things wrong, but I mean, I'm not going to cover those. You can go Google that yourself, girl. But we got a lot of DMs from some of our scrollers who were actually in Hawaii at the time that it happened.
What are the odds?
And I thought that I would, it's one of those things, you never know who's listening, but I thought I would read some of the DMs that I got. This one's from Ebony. Shout out to Ebony. Ebony said, I was in Hawaii when the message was sent and about 50% of the story was true. It was being reported on the news within about 25 minutes that it was an error. So there you go. But the thing is with that, as I'm saying, like, if you're not watching the news, you don't know it's an error,
Exactly.
right? And
That's
who's
still-
watching the news when that happens?
That is still 25 minutes of panic.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
that 25 minutes in panic would feel like a lifetime.
Yeah. She said in Waikiki there were still people walking as normal on the streets, you know, like nothing was happening.
Going to the ABC store to get some snacks.
Well, she said they were going to the store. The gun sales in Hawaii went up after the alarm sounded. Everyone started buying guns, apparently. And I think I said like an hour and a half later they got the false alarm message. She said it only took about 40 minutes to come through. And then like literally the next day she said stores were selling I survived the ballistic missile t-shirts.
Stop.
And there were like stalls on the side of the street, you know.
Why is it called ballistic as well? Like that's what I want to know. Because to me, ballistic is like a kid is going ballistic and like
I
running.
think a missile's ballistic. Like it's it's not just a missile, it's a really fucking ballistic missile, you know what I mean? One of our scrollers, Kelly, was there too. She said it was so weird. My boyfriend's phone made a siren noise, which woke us up. So it wasn't just a text, it was the phone making a siren noise.
Jeez. That's one way to get you out of bed.
It said we had about an hour until the strike and to take cover immediately. The streets were dead when we looked out the window. Someone said that even while all this was happening, the line at Starbucks was still out the door.
Stop.
People were just still getting their coffee.
They
Acting like it
needed
was
that frappe to get them through.
Yeah. So we were saying last week, like, how would you act? It seems like everybody just acts in a totally different way. And isn't that the beauty of the world?
Yeah, we're all so different, even in a ballistic missile.
Anyway, there's a little update on that for you. Should we get into today's episode?
Yeah, I think we better. Our Royal Flush of the Week, Matt. I think mine, like it's really small and stupid, but I honestly think it's going to be the front runner for the best Royal Flush we've had so far.
Oh, okay.
Like, what's the best one so far?
One of mine. I don't know which one.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, I'm sure everyone knows, the Royal Flush of the Week is just the best thing that we've seen on the internet all week. We could have learned something, heard something, seen something.
Well, this might be the first one that they're listening to. Sorry for all our long-time scrollers. Like, obviously, we repeat ourselves every week. But you have to remember that, like, last week one of our videos went absolutely gangbusters on TikTok, on the High Scrollers TikTok page.
We're being discovered every week. So if we do repeat ourselves,
so many new
bear with
listeners
us.
thanks to that. So, sorry. We need to be fair to everyone.
Exactly right.
All right. Now, what's your contender?
Mine is, I saw this TikTok. Mine's always a TikTok. And it's just a sound, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to play it for you all so you can hear it. It's like the sound of a song, but it's not the actual song. So it's like, I'm never going to give you up. Now,
8-bit version.
if you put your mouth Have you seen these?
Yes, I saw this in 2008, love. Like, come on.
But it's so cool. So if you put your mouth over the phone.
Oh, my God, Brittney.
Like over the speaker and then move your mouth around as the song's playing, you can make this song sound totally different. Okay, so now
I worry about you.
This is my take on the song.
Please.
How good is that?
That is the worst royal flush. I can't even speak. I'm so disappointed in you.
Piss off, that's the coolest thing ever last night.
I was doing that in year 8 in high school. I'm sitting in the back of music class going, wow, wow, wow.
I'm in bed last night, like.
Oh, my God. Please. If only you could see how stupid you look right now.
I'm DJing into the microphone with a phone in my mouth. Anyway, that is my royal flush. I played with that for like 10 minutes last night and poor AJ had to sit through it. Mix going, wah, 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 wah.
Jeez Louise.
So that's my royal flush.
God spare us all. Okay, well, let's move on to my one. My royal flush of the week.
What?
I can't get
past you just then laughing and saying royal flush.
I think it was royal thrush.
Royal thrush.
Okay, that's not a joke. That's not a joke. Thrush is very, very full on. I'm sure. I wouldn't know.
I've had thrush, yeah.
Is it bad?
You can also get it in your mouth, you know.
Really?
Yeah, your whole mouth can get full of it.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
think kids and babies often get thrush in their mouth.
Okay.
Fun fact for you all.
I wouldn't even know what thrush is. But anyway, my royal flush of the week. Oh, my God. This is loose. Okay, my royal flush. Oh, sorry, I can't. Okay, focus. Matthew, I'm using my full name. Because I got to, government name because I got to focus. Okay. My royal flush of the week is this lady named Amanda Dove. So Amanda Dove is a TikToker, and as far as I'm concerned, she's an icon. However, she has been to prison, and that's all right.
Oh.
We don't mind if you've been to prison or not. We accept all our scrollers here.
Yeah.
It might depend what you did. Like, we might judge you a little harder if the crime was a little worse.
Yes.
But Amanda, I feel, in my humble opinion, does deserve the second chance that she's gotten at life because she is the sweetest woman I've ever come across on TikTok. She has like this cute little voice.
I think I may have seen her. Does she speak like really soft?
Yes,
okay.
really soft.
And does stories?
And she's got like, I don't know what kind of accent, but she's American.
Southern?
Yeah, it's like a southern kind of accent.
Yeah, I think I have seen her.
So she went to prison because she robbed a man at gunpoint, very full on, but she was high, I think, at the time. And she went to jail and she pled guilty. She was like, yes, I've done this crime. I deserve to do the time. And so she went to jail. She's come out and now she's like, I have changed my entire life thanks to this process. I now live every day trying to do something good for other people, no matter how small or big that might be. And she also shares a lot of her stories from her time in prison, which is the reason she's my royal flush, is because I've learnt so much about like what goes on inside prison thanks to Amanda Dove. And I know we have a lot of movies and TV shows that paint prison to be this type of way, and she kind of like debunks all the theories or, you know, people might comment on her videos very stereotypical things about prison and she'll be like, well, actually, this isn't what happened. This is what happened to me. And her stories are so interesting. And you can just tell she's just a really genuine human being who unfortunately was caught up in the wrong crowd and, you know, got into drugs and things like that and then made a very terrible mistake, which is very full on. I get it.
Yeah.
But she, in my opinion, has really turned her life around and I'm enjoying watching her on TikTok and I got in like a little bit of a hole the other night, just like watching video after video after video of hers. And I think it's about the way she talks as well. Like she's
very
just
gentle.
She's enthralling. That's probably the word. She's enthralling. So if you want to learn about prison love, highly recommend Amanda Dove. Go for your life. She tells you all about her life, all about her story. And she's my royal flush of the week because I just love her. What's the biggest thing you've seen on your For You page over the last week?
My For You page has actually been nothing but the mug talk drama.
Mug talk. Same here.
The $125 sippy cup with 2 handles. So we've got Shelby versus Sofa Dofa.
Yeah.
I remember you DM'd me because you saw Shelby's video like when it was fresh.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't know, we'll give you a little bit of context. This ceramic maker, I believe, named Shelby, like she makes all different kinds of ceramics, paints them, puts them in the kiln, all that. Did you ever do that when you were a kid?
Yes. And
it would come out and it'd just be exploded. It was like a ballistic explosion happened in the kiln.
No, we all did our projects in art, and I remember putting mine in the kiln.
Yeah.
And then going to get it, and as I went to get it, my school bully was there getting their one out of the kiln, and I don't even know why I spoke to them, but I was like, "Oh, could you just pass me mine?" They grab it, they hold it in front of me, and they smash it on the ground.
You're joking.
High school was a dream. I loved it.
Where's your bully now? Do you still have him on Facebook?
No, I don't.
Oh.
They still talk shit about me in
Stop.
Facebook groups. And
You know, I had a bully in high school that was a guy, and when I started making YouTube videos, he made a mockery of me and my YouTube videos.
yeah.
And dressed up as me, put a wig and dress on and made videos saying, "Hey, I'm Brittney Lee Saunders," and put it on Facebook, and then everyone would laugh in the comments at me. And then obviously now we're all older. He's grown up. He's married with kids. And one time I saw his wife in kind of a work setting, and she apologized. His wife said, "Sorry about my husband bullying you in high school."
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the mug talk drama. We've fully gotten off track there.
Yeah, I know. But the biggest thing I say to that, to all the bullies from high school, is I go, "Look at me now, bitch."
Who's laughing now?
Who's laughing now? I don't know what your sad little life is doing, but I'm living my dream life, so good on ya. When Nova calls you for a podcast, doll,
Exactly
then
right.
you can talk to me. Anyway, back to mug talk drama.
Yes. So Sofa Dofa, who is an influencer on TikTok, she did a Christmas haul back in December, and it was all things that she'd bought for her friends and family and gifts, and a couple of things herself. It was a 3-minute video, and somewhere through the video, halfway through it, she pulled out this mug that she had purchased from the Finders Keepers market, which I don't know what that is, some market that's cool. And it wasn't necessarily that bad, her review. It was not a positive review, but she's like, "Oh my God, I got this." And she said, I didn't realize it had 2 handles at the time because she must have just looked at it from a distance. And she said she went to pay for it, and when she went to tap her card, she saw that it was $125. And this is a little sippy cup with 2 handles on it. And then in the video, in her review, she was like, it's cute, but I'm not really going to use it. And oh my God, it was $125. She kind of said it in a passing comment.
Yeah.
So anyway, this Shelby has only seen the haul and review now and has stitched it and said, basically, "You're wrong, you're lying, you touched it, you looked at the price, you saw it had 2 handles, this, that, and the other." And I remember you sent me that video when it first came out, and I wrote back to you. I was like, "Ooh," because at first I was like, "Shit, that's not good for Sofa Dofa," because it looked like she was just bashing this girl's brand.
Yes.
And then Sofa Dofa's came out and then said her side, and she's basically like, "What the fuck? Can I not say anything?"
Yeah. She was like, "None of this that you've said is true. I don't even remember even seeing you. The girl I spoke to had brown hair, blah, blah, blah." Came out with all these claims. And then I sent you that video as well, because I was like, the plot thickens,
I know,
baby.
because at first I was like, "Oh, that's not good on Sofa Dofa's part. She's fucked up there." Because then I believed the mug girl. And then I saw Sofa Dofa's video, and I'm like, "Oh, now I don't know where I sit." And then obviously the internet has gone into a spiral, and everyone's been so divided. At first, everyone was trying to cancel Sofa Dofa, saying, "You're dragging a small business. How dare you?" Because Sofa Dofa obviously has her small business now as well. And then everyone went to Sofa Dofa's side after her response, and it's just been this whole thing over this mug. That's $125.
But the thing is, in Sofa Dofa's original video, she never even mentioned the brand or Shelby or anything. She just said, "Look at this cup." No one would have known where it was from.
I'm guessing one of Shelby's fans or followers, customers, has seen it and recognised it.
Yeah.
It was a cup with hearts on it.
Yeah. But also, a lot of people were coming for Sofa Dover because she said, I don't know why people use my name for clout, but then Shelby has like 1 million more followers than her.
Right.
And people were like, she doesn't need the clout. Well, like, no shade to Shelby, but I looked at her page and she didn't get that many views. Even though she had more followers, she wasn't getting as many views as Sofa. And then now that video has gone absolutely gangbusters, she's got a lot of views. It's gone ballistic. Yeah. That's exactly right. It's the word of the day.
I love that word. I'm going to use it all the time.
So I actually am sitting on Team Sofa for this one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think everyone's interpretation. First of all, I don't really know what to think because Sofa's so adamant that she didn't even meet Shelby. But then I'm like, she probably did if Shelby's saying all of this. But when I watched Shelby's video, and this is just my opinion, I went, give her the Golden Globe, love.
Yes, I agree.
She was putting on a show.
No, when I watched it the first time that you sent it to me, I was like, oh God, like she's really hurt by this. But then going back and watching it again, it felt a bit...
actress.
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman.
Like
Nicole Kidman
trying to
vibes.
manipulate the audience into feeling a certain way, like acting in a way.
That's how I watch it.
Look out, she's going to make a video about us
Oh,
next.
well, you know what?
Put us in on the drama because we want the views, we want the clout, we want the listeners.
Exactly right. In fact, cut this up and put it on TikTok. # mug drama. It's trending right now. We'll go viral.
Yeah, I want to be part of it. Moving on from that, the conversation that's now all over TikTok is the actual price of the mug and everyone like weighing in on what they think of the price. Like that's what I've seen a lot of too, is people being like, that's ridiculous. I would have done the same, or I wouldn't have bought it. I would have said no. Whereas Sofa came out and said, I didn't want to say no. Oh, I don't want that. Because then she was like, I'd get cancelled for that too. Like for not supporting a small business.
Yeah. We've always said like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't on social media. No matter what we do, someone's got a problem with it. So just do what you want and everyone else can shut up.
Exactly right. I feel like on the internet though, people just, especially like being a business owner myself, people love to put their 2 cents in when it comes to any like influencer or creator's brand and the product and the price of it. Yeah. But the thing that pisses me off, like everyone's allowed to think whatever they want. But just say, for example, with these mugs, I've seen so many people say, I'd never pay that. I've seen people do videos of them. I saw one girl did a video walking into Kmart. She's like, me going into Kmart to buy a $2 mug because I would never buy one for $125. Like bashing that Shelby's pricing. Yeah. But what I always wonder is, where is this same energy towards the big conglomerate companies that...
Did you just make that word up?
No.
Conglomerate?
Yeah.
Well, that's better than ballistic.
A ballistic conglomerate company. Where is this energy? You know, like people will be the first to go to an influencer and say, your products are too expensive. I'm never buying that. But like, why don't they go to Ferrari and go, hey, Ferrari, your car's too expensive and I would never buy that. Yeah. They never would. Why don't they go to real estate agents and say, you've priced that house way too much and I'm never going to pay that. Like, why is it, like, is this just the social media world that we're living in where people have that entitlement to an opinion on someone's pricing, but they wouldn't go to an electricity company and say, how dare you charge that? Like, you just pay your fucking electricity bill and get along with it.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think I'm also of the opinion that like if someone prices their mug at $125, like that, let them. And also, if your budget doesn't fit the $125,
that's fine.
Not their problem.
Yes,
you know.
But I feel like it's just this influencer creator thing where people feel like they need to tell that person, that's too expensive.
Yeah,
I think a lot of things are too expensive, but I literally just don't buy them, nor do I comment to the company.
I think when it comes to influencers having brands or having products and things like that, like people forget that. There's like the stereotypical thing is still in the back of their head from like 2014, 2015, where they just look at influencers and think they don't do anything.
Yeah, or that there's no work behind it.
Because back then it genuinely really kind of was like that. The people could be lazy. People could lay on a beach, take a photo with a product and get paid lots of money for it. And there wasn't much work involved, I'll admit. But I will say in the last 10 years, the landscape has changed dramatically. And I don't want to be one of those influencers who are like, I just finished work and it's 5:15 and try being an influencer for a day. But like, I think that like people in their head think, how can they charge for that? They didn't even lift a finger when like I mean, you are a perfect example because you share so much of your work with your audience. But like, I don't. I feel like I used to, but nowadays I'm just like, I just want to pop on, be funny and fuck off and just let everyone, you know, I don't need to show them every minute of my day. But I think that people still have that idea that like influencers or content creators don't work very hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
So that's where that might come from.
Agreed.
It's like Emily Mariko. You know Emily Mariko? She went viral a few years ago for doing the salmon bowl thing where she'd put a piece of ice on rice and put it in the microwave with a piece of paper over. I don't know. But she never speaks to her audience and never really like does anything, and no one really knows much about her life, which I think was like half
part
the reason
of her brand.
she got so.
So what? She never spoke on camera?
Spoke on
Is it just like her
camera.
hands and stuff?
Yeah, no, her face was on camera, but she just wouldn't like say any words or be like, "Hey everyone."
So
like,
was it just voiceover?
No voiceover. It was just like ASMR. She'd just make the food with absolutely no sound whatsoever. She wouldn't speak. She wouldn't say, "Hey everyone."
Right.
There wasn't any like vlogs or anything to my knowledge. Anyway, she just released a tote bag, which I think was like $150 plus postage plus taxes and all the rest of that. And so like I think after it all came out in the wash, it was like a $200 US tote bag. And it is just a plain tote bag with her name on it.
Right.
Bit of a cash grab, if you will.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are angry about it, being like, oh, you know, what's the deal with the $200 tote bag? Like, absolutely
it's nothing
not.
special, yeah.
And then because of the backlash, she finally spoke.
Oh, did she?
She finally spoke and she came out and she said, "Hey everyone, I'm going to be using my tote bag today. Come with me as I pack my tote bag for the day."
Oh,
and
I thought you meant like she came out and spoke about like the tote bag and why it is that price.
No. She
Oh.
she just finally spoke, and then everyone was like, "Oh, so when she wants to
Make money,
she wants to talk to us," but she's never acknowledged just another day in her life because she like doesn't reply to comments or anything like that. And look, I get your social media is yours to curate however you want. I'm not saying she needs to speak or anything like that. I actually don't have much of an opinion on this. I'm just letting you know what happened. But the drama that I've seen unfold is, again, that like the price is not in anyone's budget, especially in this day. Who's paying, regardless of who you are? Come on. I know we've just said let's not talk about, but a tote bag, $150 or $200 US, and I don't know what that is. Is that $300 Australian dollars?
At that point, you are just paying for her name. Like, it is not the tote that is costing.
Which, when she's never said a word to you in her life, why are you doing that?
I mean, she's trying to get that coin.
Yeah. And I mean, go off.
Get it, I guess.
A new $750 high scrollers tote is coming next
Surprise,
week.
everyone.
Cash grab. Or even if one person bought one,
we'd make $750.
Yeah. So maybe that was Emily Mariko's theory there. Rent was due. She was like, "Oh, well, I've got to sell 2 of these bags and that's covered."
Exactly right.
Well, the other thing that's been all over my For You page this week, apart from the mug drama, is also the fact that Universal Music Group has taken away all of their artists' music from the TikTok sound library.
Which makes no sense.
No sense, but also perfect sense, because...
Why?
Firstly, to give you some context, Universal Music Group had a contract with TikTok that said you can use all our music, blah, 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 and it actually expired on, I think, January 31st. And so the 1st of February, the contract was no longer in place. Now, Universal Music were trying to negotiate with TikTok, and again, this is just my understanding. I'm probably wrong.
Allegedly.
Take everything we say on this podcast with a grain of salt, okay? There's a disclaimer for the rest of our lives. We're not getting sued for anything here. Okay, so basically the contract was up. Universal Music, from my understanding, was trying to negotiate with TikTok. TikTok may not have been budging on what the terms of the agreement were, and Universal said, well, that's all right, you can't have our music anymore, because they believe that their artists should be paid more for songs being used on TikTok, because hello, the power of music on TikTok, hello. So my argument would be also, though, and I think maybe what TikTok was thinking was, well, because your songs are on our platform, that's actually the power we give you, because it allows your artist songs to go viral and then they'll stream it elsewhere where they will get paid for it.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure whether they got paid much from TikTok itself. If I used Taylor Swift's song on TikTok, I don't know how many cents she's getting for me using it. I don't know how that works.
Hopefully they were getting something.
Yeah.
Hopefully it wasn't just Universal and TikTok having a deal and the artists were getting nothing.
Yeah.
But maybe that was the case.
But I think potentially, like, I can see that happening because, like, when Ariana Grande's new song Yes and came out, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a TikTok for this straight away. I'm going to make one straight away, and used her song on TikTok. Then in some way promoting her song to my audience.
Yes.
Really organically. And so it kind of benefits her to put it on there for free so that I can use it so that I can show my audience.
Well.
You know what I mean? It's like it all comes out in the wash sort of thing.
Yes, it all balances out.
So anyway, Universal Music took all of their music off TikTok.
Which is most music on TikTok. When you go onto most people's TikTok page now, for anyone that hasn't looked, and you scroll through, every single video basically has a little mute button in the corner.
Yes.
And then you go on, scroll through people's videos, and it's just like silence. It's
Yes.
people like dancing to nothing.
Yes. So I had to look at my profile. Have you done a clear out of your profile yet?
No.
Because I looked at my profile and some of them were muted, which I just put them on private.
Yeah.
But the good thing about me, and this is why I'm so glad, and you'll be in the same boat, I am so glad I am so much more than trending sounds on TikTok.
Yes.
I am so glad I speak in my videos
Yes.
and I give people, I am so effing thrilled that is my brand and that is what I've done, because I looked through, there were probably 3 videos that said muted on them. I looked at other people's profiles. Every single video was muted because they don't do anything.
They don't have anything to say.
Do a little lip sync. They just do a little dance. They just millions of views. Well, sucked in, dolls, because now look at you. You got no songs. You got no views. You got nothing. And here I am. I'm safe. I'm done. I'm good, because I actually talk to my audience, Emily Mariko. So I am so thrilled that I have more to give than a trending song, because my entire profile, I just got real passionate there. It's my first time having pre-workout since November, so it's absolutely just, I'm peaking. I am thrilled because I think you'll find the same thing.
I'm the same. Like most of my videos don't have songs. It's just me talking or doing something or a voiceover.
Yeah.
So I'm yet to scroll through my profile, but I think it'll be much the same. There'll be barely any that are muted.
How exciting. We're safe.
Love this for us, but don't love it for like the artists, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, if they weren't getting paid anyway, I don't know whether they care. I will say, though,
I saw Peach do a thing and she said, I was discovered on this app and signed through this app.
Okay, yeah, true.
And then now all my music's gone. I can't even promote my own music to my audience on the app that I was discovered on.
Yeah.
And signed through. She was discovered through TikTok. So that's a hard thing as well. A lot of artists were discovered through the platform.
I wonder if Universal Music will
I think they'll bring it back.
realise
I
that there will
reckon.
be a big drop. Maybe and you know what? Conspiracy theory. Here we go.
We love one of
Maybe
those.
they've done this on purpose because we're talking about it, aren't
Exactly.
we?
They thought, let's do this so high scrollers in particular talk about this on the pod.
It's very Sarah Lee, okay?
Yeah,
It's very Sarah Lee. They're just playing silly buggers. I wouldn't be surprised if they came back very soon, because I think about
They're going to have to.
let's take away like some of the really big artists for a second who will still be fine. It is those smaller artists, those not independent, I guess, because they are signed to Universal Music, but the smaller artists who like need TikTok to survive.
Yes. There are some other positives to come out of it, because I've now seen a lot of independent artists popping up on my For You page, and they're, I guess, glad in a way, because they're like, finally, I can have an opportunity to share my music, or they're encouraging people on TikTok to use their sounds, you know, because they are independent. Like, the thing that I love about the internet is how everyone just adapts to whatever has happened and we just roll with it. And it's really funny. I've seen people going, it's all right, guys. They've gotten rid of the song, but here's my rendition of it. And then they sing really badly.
I was just going to bring this up because my friend Star.
Yes, I've seen her Taylor Swift songs.
So Taylor Swift had like these trending songs that everyone would use for their Eras tour outfit. And as we know, well, actually, I don't know if anyone knows because we haven't spoken about it before, but you and I are going to Taylor Swift very soon.
Can't wait.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. But we want to use, you know, sounds to show off our Eras tour outfit. And some of them have been removed because they contain Taylor Swift's music, obviously. And in this big, you know, takedown, They're gone. But
saw
made
this
some
video.
funny ones, and I was going to play one because she'll love that.
Do the
and I
best
love
believe
that.
I'm
Yeah.
still be you.
The Bachu gets me. Seriously, here we go.
Oh my god, your Eras Tour outfit looks so fucking good. Best believe I'm still bejeweled when I walk in the room. I can make the whole place shimmer.
And people are literally using her sound to do their outfit video at the Eras tour.
There's 218 posts of people using her sound, and I'm using it for sure.
I'm loving seeing people just
Hilarious.
adapt and then creating content. I've even seen, like, there's this funny guy whose name I don't know, but he always does dancing videos. He did that, merrily we fall out of line, out of...
Yeah.
And so now he's doing that same dance that he's famously known for to,
Royalty-free
like, the royalty-free, like, like the cartoon music.
You're unhinged today.
And then there's this other guy, you've probably seen his TikToks as well, where he does, do you recognize this song? Well, here's the older version. And because now he can't do any videos. That's his whole brand. It was like playing songs. He's done like, here are the top songs that have been removed like from TikTok. And he's like, and it's like pointing to the app, like the song
And
cover.
there's no music.
Yeah, because it's muted, but he's still like making music, funny videos. Anyway, I love the internet for that reason.
Yeah, and also this is a weird time for them to take out. One of the biggest points I wanted to make about talking about this is it's a weird time for them to pull this decision or pull the music from and make that decision because we're about to go into summer in America, which is like the biggest time for pop music. And so I assume it's going to be summer in the Northern Hemisphere. I think we've got that right.
I think it is,
but
yeah.
in America specifically, because they drive a lot of the music industry and what's trending and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we've got summer coming up. There's always a song of the summer, you know what I mean? Like there's always, but it's when they bring out the good music. Like I feel like, unfortunately for us, our summer is obviously at the opposite end of America, so sometimes we don't get as many summertime songs.
Why don't we just become artists? Like, just saying.
Wait, what are you saying? What?
Like, you're saying we don't get good music around that time of
Oh.
year. I'm like, and with all this talk, like, why don't we just become independent artists?
I'm sorry, I think you're forgetting Riding ScoMo and Set Fire to the Stars.
That's what I mean. Like, we've already had experience of making really bad songs. Why don't we get good?
Okay.
We're here in a studio anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Surely Nova knows a few people that can help us out.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
come out with our own songs.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, you fund it and I'm on board. But it really is, we're coming into the best time for new music, so I'm very excited. Kylie Minogue and Sia have teamed up. They've got a song dropping this
Ooh, that
week.
this week?
Yep. Ariana's obviously got her new album coming out, and Yes and is incredible. Dua Lipa, her new song's about to come out with an album. Oh my gosh, it sounds
Stop.
incredible. I don't actually
We're
know
in
what it's
for a
called.
real treat.
Lil Nas X just promoted a new song. It sounds camp.
Okay.
I'm like excited for everything and everyone that is happening. It's almost summertime. You know how earlier on in this podcast, like ages and ages ago when we first started, I was saying like I wish that music almost regressed a little bit and went back to like that dirty Kesha era where it was just like stunning. Also,
I'm loving Tate McRae. I feel like that's
Yeah,
her.
okay,
like
yeah,
she
yeah.
is the Britney Spears of this era.
yeah, okay, you are obsessed with her.
Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah, she slays.
I haven't like become
Go
obsessed
and
yet.
watch some TikTok videos of her. Like, she does full dance routines and performances as she's singing.
So do I.
See, there's another reason why you need to become an independent artist.
Yeah, so true.
Well, it's been a while since we've done our screen time, Maddie boy.
Yeah. And mine might shock you.
Oh, because I'm expecting yours to be like 2 hours.
Yeah, because I'm reading so much at the moment.
I don't know what's going on with you with these books. Like, it's a bit much.
Oh, can I actually go into this a little bit? Because I know
Like,
this
is
is
this
off.
a hyper fixation that you have right now? And like, are you going to do this forever?
I mean, I used to love reading books as a kid.
Makes
So
sense.
it's come back to me. But I
Right.
think the thing is though that like a lot of people are like confused as to how I can read so much because I did a video on TikTok.
Seriously, you've
Don't bother.
like, oh, just read these 10 books. And I'm like, what the fuck? I've gone to work like twice. Like, it's been 2 days. Like,
Yeah. But I like
are you speed reading?
I am a fast reader. I did a test and I was just like average to fast, but I'm not like a speed reader. But the thing is, like, I think a lot of people don't realize a lot of the books I'm reading are 300 pages and like you can knock that out in 5 hours. Now, here's the thing, like
Who has 5 hours to read a book?
Well, how long do you sit and scroll on TikTok? How long do you sit and watch Netflix and Amazon Prime and Paramount Plus and all the other ones we've
Not
got?
that often.
Yeah, maybe not you, but I mean people in general.
Yeah,
like,
true.
I mean, once I put my phone down, I had all the time in the world. And what do you mean do you have 5 hours? Like, I'm eating dinner at like 7:30, and
got
then
some
if
time
I
after
read
that.
till midnight,
True.
that's a book done. You know what I mean? And then as well, we had the Christmas holidays, and I gave myself more time off than usual this time around because I just needed it after last year. You all heard last year's journey, doll. I needed a bit extra, so I think I gave myself 3.5 weeks off work, like not working at all. And
you
so
would've had a
that
lot
was
of
a lot of
spare
time reading by the pool, reading at the beach, reading blah 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 blah. So there's like, I had a lot of time up my sleeve, and I am just a fast reader, and also I prioritize it.
Do you want to know something about me with books? And I don't know if anyone else is the same. I want to be able to read books. I literally sit down and try. And I don't know what this is. I start reading a sentence, and before I know it, I'm at the end of the page, but I haven't taken notice of a single thing that I've read.
Yeah, so that used to happen to me.
Like, I'm going,
It doesn't anymore.
I just read that whole page and I have no idea what happened, but I definitely read all the words, but it's just like in one eye and out the other.
In one eye and out the
Yeah,
other.
it doesn't go in an ear.
But maybe put headphones on and listen to like white noise or something, or like a...
Okay. I just can't like focus on the sentence and actually take on board what I'm reading. I'm just like skimming across the words.
I have had that happen before, but I think when you're so engrossed in the like, I'm
story?
reading good books. Because I've
Yeah.
only just started, I've got all the trending TikTok, the Colleen Hoovers.
Maybe
and
next
one.
week you should bring me in like one or two of the best books that you've read recently, and then
Okay.
I'll try to read it.
Okay, so I also want to say, I know we're talking about books, but I know this is a trending topic, you know, podcast, and it's like, why are we talking about books? Book talk, honey. What is going on over there? I have posted 2 book-related videos. They've both done so much better than any of my other content. In fact, I think I've done 3, and all 3 of them have popped off. And book talk is like...
People love it.
It's like a hidden corner of TikTok that I have never even found, but obviously now that I'm into reading, it's like popping up on my For You page. So... it blows my mind that there is so many like passionate people, because here's the thing, before I started reading books, I thought no one was reading books. I thought books were a thing of the past. I thought books, I literally would walk past a bookshop and be like, how is Dimmick still in business being open as a bookstore? Who's reading? You know what I mean?
Everyone apparently.
Oh, everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's a secret reader. So I'm absolutely loving throwing myself into it. I've got to buy a booger. I've got to buy a booger. I've got to buy a bigger bookshelf because I've almost filled up my bloody one. I've got to stop buying books as well because I just keep buying and like not reading as fast as...
So is it a bit of like a collection sort of thing? Is it like a
I'm
collecting?
thinking I need to move into a 3-bedroom apartment, so it's like my bedroom, office, library. You know?
Right. It's like a collector thing as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It just makes me happy and just...
I feel like I'm missing out.
At least I'm not spending my money on...
Drugs.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
If I can say, and I think about Sky as well. Like, I'm like always reading and I'm like, oh, like, you know, when we go to bed, we have a little cuddle, you know, love you, good night. And then I'm on the book and he's falling asleep. And I was thinking to myself the other night, I was like, oh, I wonder if I should, you know, put the book down and like cuddle him till he goes to sleep. And then I was like, well, no, at least I'm here reading a book and not out fucking someone else. You know what I
Exactly
mean?
right.
Like, that's what came to mind. I was like, I'm trying to peruse the book, so you know it's fine. But yeah, I'm loving it. So anyway, you thought my screen time? That was a long tangent.
I thought it was going to be 2 hours.
No.
What?
It's 8 hours and 15 minutes.
So you are managing to still be on your phone and read books that much?
But as I said, I don't understand. I get up I don't just read books all day. I get up, I work all day, so I'm on my phone working.
When I see the books that you show that you've read, I'm like, this has got to be taking him 16 hours a day.
No. Nah. Well, over the holidays, I had more time to read, as I
Yeah,
said. But like
true.
now that I'm back at work doing things like, hello, I'm here doing the podcast for a few hours a day. You don't see a book in my hand, do you?
Yeah, that's why I'm on your lap. You've been fucking looking down this whole time.
Shut up. I have not. But like I'm still, you know, 8 hours a day. So I'm still doing all my work. Everything's happening, blah, blah, blah.
Mine's 8 hours 42.
But my thing is I then switch off, and I think that's what's changed is before I would work all day on my phone or on my laptop, and then I'd get into bed and I'd scroll all night on TikTok and I'd scroll all night on Instagram, and then I'd be checking threads, I'd be doing everything. And then I might get an inspiration to do a video and film a video. Then I'm editing that video, and then I'm going to sleep, and then I'm waking up and I'm on my phone again.
Yeah.
The difference now
It's
is
a lot.
I have structured my life to prioritize reading. So I'm now up, I work all day, about 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm like, everything's done, time to switch off the phone, and maybe I give myself an hour of scroll time, actually. I do still go through the For You page and everything. But instead of sitting there for 5 hours, I'm now reading for 5 hours.
Yeah.
I haven't watched
It is
TV
better.
in weeks.
And it would be so much better for you.
Yeah, because I used to watch TV and scroll at the same time. And so I'm watching a show, watching Suits or something, but I'm also scrolling and looking at what's happening.
Which we are proud of here.
Yeah, we absolutely. But I'm just saying, people just think all I do is read. No. I'm still doing
As a
everything I need to
non-reader,
do.
it
My
would look
groceries
that
still
way.
get done. Everything still gets done. Give me a break. I'm just a fast reader who knows how to balance. Remember my word of the year a few years ago was stabilize? I learnt how to balance my lifestyle to do the things I want to do. Mm-hmm. And so everyone shut up and let me read my books.
Anyway, another episode done and dusted.
Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss an episode. We upload every Tuesday, and if you've listened this far, we've got a surprise for you for next week's episode. So make sure you stick around to the end of next week's episode to hear the announcement.
I honestly can't wait to tell everyone our big announcement.
Yeah, it's very, very exciting. Anyway, Jill, I better let you go. I've got to go create this $750 tote bag.